My God, where did I see this marketing tactic before? Someone takes a well-established brand because they're incapable of creating something new. And the first thing they do is like, oh, let's make it progressive. Because progressive is what sells. Like people, they want progressiveness and inclusion. Let's include things. Include everybody. Inclusive. So what they do is kind of like a reskin of the characters. You know, like they race swap, gender swap. But it's also like this beige thing where they don't care about the lore, they don't care about the universe or anything, as long as it's progressive. It has to be progressive and political because everything is political nowadays. So obviously, you know, like I don't even know like why you would do that. Like why not just create something new? Why not just make an entire new fantasy world and make it as progressive as you want? Like, nothing is stopping you. But what you want to do, no, you want to take something that's well established by a person that actually could create something. They put their heart and soul into creating a universe. And you're taking that and you don't care about the lore. You don't care about anything else. In fact, you probably hate that guy that created the original work. You probably think he's a racist or something. I don't know. I mean, with H.P. Lovecraft, they did that. It's like they hate H.P. Lovecraft, but they love H.P. Lovecraft because it gives them money. It gives them cash. If ISIS had a video streaming service, they would call their manager. I mean, that's a joke that was actually said at the Golden Awards. But it's true, right? They only care about the cash and the money. They don't care about the IP. They don't care about the lore. They don't care about anything. So they take the IP and they don't like it. It's icky. It's icky. It's got too many white people in it. Let's make it progressive. And then like people who like the IP and they look at it, they're like, okay, but this is not what we want. This is not what we want to pay for. Oh, you're a bunch of trolls, of bigots, of misogynists. Yeah, but you know, like bigots, trolls, and misogynists, they have money. Do you know how much is the dollar of a troll compared to the dollar of a non-troll? It's still $1. Why would you shame your potential customers? Like, instead of coming out and saying, like, look, don't worry about it. Look, we did some reskins for the mentally ill video game journalists, because that's what they want. Like, if we don't do the reskins, they cry. We don't want to make journalists cry because we care about their feelings. But we're going to respect the lore. We're going to follow the lore, but it's like a reskin. You know, you might have a black Gandalf, you might have a black Frodo. It's just like a reskin, because at the end of the day, they don't act differently. So we're doing that, but we care about the lore, we care about the story, we care about the setting. It's just like those video game journalists. I mean, they have a little bit of the tism. I mean, they don't really like a story unless it has the reskin. They start crying, so we kind of did it for them, but we're going to do something for you. No, they don't do that. Instead, they go after the fans, you know, the people that they actually expect money from. It's like, oh, you're all a bunch of bigots. You're all a bunch of misogynists. Now give us cash. Where's the cash? Why is there cash not flowing in? I don't know, man. I don't know. And this whole thing where it's not the actual company, but it's like the journalist doing the attacking. Yeah, I don't see the company telling the journalists to quit that shit. I don't see Amazon telling these journalists to stop that. And honestly, like, at this point, I don't know what the difference between journalists and the PR arm of the company is. Because they're one and the same. So Amazon Prime Video appears to be using vanity to attack the Lord of the Rings fans who have criticized the show for not staying faithful. As is expected in the modern era of woke Hollywood. By the way, like, is Hollywood even a thing now? Like, honestly, like, when you hear something, oh, it comes from Hollywood? I rather care about Netflix making, like, a new Korean show. Like, for example, Squid Games or The Kingdom. Like that to me excites me, because that actually has the diversity and the reskin that they want. But it's also good. Like, I would pay money for something that's good and entertaining. Hollywood. Like, what exactly has Hollywood even made nowadays? Like, oh, everything is a remake, a reimagining, a remaster. Nothing original, zero. They're incapable of creating something. So the modern era of woke Hollywood Prime Video's the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power executive, explains in a puff piece that the show altered and race swapped multiple characters in order to reflect what the world actually looks like. What the fuck? It's a medieval world. They don't have airplanes, you dumb. They can't fly all everywhere and mix race and shit. It's not that it's a problem. Like, I don't mind, but you're being lazy. You are being lazy. Again, I said this before. There is an entire continent in Lord of the Rings which has people of color in it. Why can't we explore that? Why can't you have the action take place on the Seven Seas and we can see some of the pirates that were supposed to join the Battle of Gondor, but they didn't get to because Aragorn had this army of spooky ghosts, pulled Casper out of the mountain. I mean, that was overpowered as fuck. But like, yeah, I mean, there is just so much rich stories that they could create, but they're lazy. Like, they do the risking and it's like, oh, job done, we did our diversity quota. Okay, I would rather watch some Japanese films than to watch your garbage then. If I really want to support diversity, the last place I want to go is in Hollywood. So anyway, apparently the outlet reveals the show will include Lenny Henry playing blah blah blah, a princess dwarf playing blah blah blah. I don't care. I don't look at this, right? Fine, whatever. You know, they explained that these casting changes, it felt only natural to us that an adaptation of Tolkien's world would reflect what the world actually looks like. You know what feels natural to me? Not giving you money. How about that? Because every time I look at progressive people, they hate and they despise the audience. They're anti-fans. Like, when these people wake up, the first thing they do is they shake their fist pumping in the air and going, fans, damn you fans. Like, these people have so much hate in their heart when it comes to the fans. So why would I give them my money? Why? Why would I encourage this? Are you entitled to my money? Do you want, you know what? The government should take my money. Should take my money through taxes and bail these people out from their own stupidity. And by the way, again, I don't care. I don't care that you're making dwarves black. It's like, fine, whatever. What I do care is that you can't just do that. You have to also insult the fans. I mean, it's your creative freedom to make black dwarves if you want. But it's our creative expression to laugh at you for it. Because you're not adding anything to the story. Again, no one would have complained if you said the story of the TV show is going to take place south of Mordor. Into a big desert where you have like people of a different culture and we're going to explore that culture. Or the story is going to take place on the seas and we're going to have some pirating adventure and there's going to be people of color there. No one would have complained. In fact, I would have supported it. I would be like, oh my god, that is such a great story. I want to see more of it. But no, instead it's like, all right, let's take just some character and lazily paint them brown and oh my god, we got a diversity quota done. Anyway, so the Vanity Fair said that Amazon releases photos of its multicultural cast even without character names or plot details. The studio endured a reflexive attack from the trolls. The anonymous online kind. Dude, even if the trolls would have literally their address pointed and their real pictures and everything, you still wouldn't care. Like, what is the difference? What is the difference if someone is anonymous or not? Like, their opinion doesn't matter? I thought you're for equality. Like, nothing is more equal than when people are anonymous. I generally, like, whatever, you know, it is what it is. But yes, so we're all a bunch of trolls, you know? At the end of the day, I'm pretty sure it's just a couple of trolls, right? So that means that your movie is going to make trillions of dollars, because everyone is going to like it. It's just a bunch of trolls. All right, I'll see you after the first season have aired, and we can draw a line and we can see how much money Lord of the Rings have made. I'm willing to bet it's not going to make a lot. And it reminds me of other movies and other TV shows, like always the same bullshit marketing thing. They do the little race swap or gender swap. They attack the fans, and then they are also the one crying because people haven't watched their shit. And what's interesting is, like, right, if it's about racists, let's assume that this is about racists. You know, like, racists just can't handle the Amazon Prime Video. Okay, fine. Why aren't black people watching? Like, if every single black person in the United States would tune in to watch this, you would still make a profit. You'd still make money, but you're not, are you? You know, it reminds me of the female Ghostbusters. It was the same stuff. It's like, oh my god, you know, like Trolls decided not to watch it. Number one, you told people not to watch it. But number two, if all the women in the United States would have tuned in to watch it, you'd have made a killing. No one watches this. No one wants this because you are lazy. Okay, now I am stereotyping. Alright, all of the signs of the cancer are being shown here. Like number one, the palette swap. Number two, the attack on the fans. So I'm seeing all of the signs that I have seen before. The stars are aligning just in the right position so that they can shit on the Amazon Prime. And, you know, I might be wrong. I might be wrong. 1 year from now, I guess we'll know. Feel free to show me this video and be like, Novi, look, it was very popular. It made a lot of money. And I'll be like, okay, I was wrong. I'm going to change my mind. Maybe the people in Hollywood can actually still create good movies. Highly doubt it. I think I'm right, which is why they're seething when they're watching this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.